Hi, y'all.
Today I'm here to talk to y'all about the Vertx Assault 2.0 gloves. I recently decided that I needed to upgrade my glove game as I was using some old Lowe's work gloves to shoot with that were probably about 2 sizes too large. So I picked up a pair of Vertex's Assault 2.0 gloves. Vertex recently released these. They originally had the Assault gloves. These are an upgrade. Some of the key features on these are that they have a goat skin palm. There appears to be some rubberized texturing in a wavy grid pattern added to them. They have leather fingers for the index, middle finger, and then they have a rubberized coating on the goat skin on the thumb that are all touchscreen compatible. They have the capacitive capabilities. Additionally, there is some reinforced stitching on the knuckle of the index finger here. That is so that if you'd like to cut off the tip of the index finger, that the threads will not continue to unravel past this point. There's a reinforced thumb well and a padded and reinforced knuckle for your pinky and ring fingers. There is a Velcro enclosure and a little elastic strap, similar material, if not the exact same material, just doubled up here. The edge is dressed with more of the goat skin, which is actually continuous from this, though there is a seam on the backside here. And the Velcro enclosure sits very close to the bottom here. There's not in any place a huge amount of protrusion of the glove beyond the Velcro. So let me go ahead and try these on here, and I can discuss fit for y'all. So I went ahead and put the gloves on here. This is what they look like on my hands. I got a size small. Looked at the Vertx sizing information that I could find. Wasn't as good or as in depth as many of the other glove products, but I did see a lot of people saying online that they fit true to size. So I looked at some other size charts, and mostly I was at the high end of a small. One thing that I noticed, my hands, the width around is probably the high end of a small to a medium, but my finger lengths are always significantly in the small range. I have an issue where my index finger never quite comes to the end of a glove finger. Those size large Lowe's gloves that I had, none of my fingers even came close, and a couple of them where the first knuckle should be was where my fingertip was. So they're very snug across the knuckles. That's probably the snuggest point for these for me. But the fingers are mostly just a hair, maybe like an eighth of an inch, 16th of an inch to an eighth of an inch too long for each of them except for the thumb. My thumb does go all the way to the end of the thumb finger in the glove. The worst finger is my right index finger, which unfortunately is the one that you're usually using on a touch surface. And you also, as a right-handed person, is what I use to pull a trigger. But I just make sure that the meat of my finger is on that trigger, not just glove. The other hand here, the index finger fills it out a little bit better, but I have a similar gap at the end of each finger before the end of the glove fingers for this hand. I guess this hand is just, for me, more uniform in its overall shortness. here is one of the issues I have with these gloves. There appears that there's a snag in the fabric, probably resulting from the stitching that is directly in line with that, right at the knuckle. So the tightest part of the glove. I don't know if this is going to cause any long-term issues. If it's just a cosmetic thing, that's fine, because I'm sure I'll bang these up on the range. But if there is any sort of weakness from that point, I'll definitely want to contact Vertx to discuss that with them. I have a similar issue on the other hand. This one is not in line with that stitching, but as you can see here, it's actually on top of that reinforced pad. There's a spot where the fabric is stretching there. Again, if it's just cosmetic, I'm fine with that. But if there's any weakness, I'll contact Vertx. Fits very snugly around the wrist. The Velcro comes about, I guess the hook panel comes about halfway across the loop panel. It'd be nicer if I could get it a little bit more bite there, but I've got enough that I don't feel like it's going to come undone. The glove comes down just a little bit past the bottom of my palm. Not so much that it's conflicting with my watch, but not so little that I feel like I have exposed wrist there. On the other hand, you can see how much I have between the edge of my shirt sleeve and the bottom of the glove while my shirt sleeve is kind of snugged up. There is a pull loop. I do feel like they're not super secured in there, so I tend to actually tug with the meat of the glove, though I do use those to really snug the glove down once it's on my hand. As far as aesthetics, I find that they're a little bit too much in the tactical territory, though I did want something that I could use for yard work as well if I needed to. And this reinforced pad here between the thumb and the forefinger is going to be really nice when raking. I'm probably not going to wear these on a cold day going to the office, but I think if I keep them in the range bag and use them only for purposes like that, I'll be okay. I did get the gray so that they didn't appear OD green or something like that, or they don't have a coyote. They don't have any sort of camouflage, no multicam or digital. So in that note, they are a tad bit more classic and tasteful. But they do have that sort of, we're trying to look like a futuristic look. And I don't want it to scream that, hey, I'm a guy that has a weapon with me if I'm out and about with them. But if it's that cold, I think you'll see a lot of more technical things. And that might just be part of the look, is maybe I wear these with just outdoorsy looking equipment. Make it look like I'm a hiker, camper. So overall, that's my opinion on the Vertx gloves. I haven't worn them to the range yet. I've worn them out and about. I actually did a little bit of yard work in them, trying to get them a little bit more molded to my hand before I take them to the range. And also, with my luck, they showed up right after the weather warmed up. Not displeased. There's a couple things I want to keep my eye on, like that stretching right there. And I'll give any updates if anything changes. Thank you for watching the video. Please hit like. Please hit subscribe. All those things that YouTube videos tell you to do. I'm getting the channel started, so I would appreciate those things. Hope to have more of these sorts of reviews for you soon. And I want all of y'all to have a good day. Thank you.